What's up, family? Welcome to Ask the Mods,
where we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing.
I mean, that right there is real.
It's just me. It's just in me. Stank. Play your breath in my face. Let's see if you're going 3 for 3.
This right here is my sexy wife, Aiyana.
And this is my romantic husband, Ayize. Okay. All right, y'all. We had a question come in that actually my husband is going to, you're going to share, right? You remember it? Because I didn't read it all. So go ahead.
Yeah, basically the question is this. My wife, she wrote in saying that she's pretty much in a space right now, both she and her husband are in a space right now where they're ready to get married. Mm-hmm. But there's been some issues in the past in their relationship. They've been together for 9 years now, and during the middle 3 years, there was some infidelity that went on her husband's behalf. And during that time period when he was cheating on her, he actually ran up a 6-figure debt. So that right there is a burden that's, still exists in their relationship. And so for the last 3 years, he's been faithful. And so now they're both at a space where they're ready to get married. Mm-hmm. And her issue is that, she doesn't want to just have no run-of-the-mill type of wedding and head down to the courthouse. She wants something that's a little bit more elaborate because she feels like she's put in the time, mm-hmm. she's put in the energy, and they've come a long way. So, she wants something a little bit more significant. Mm-hmm,
mm-hmm. Okay, here's my take. First of all,
and you can check out the whole question on our site.
Yeah, blackloveandmarriage.com. But here's a couple of the things that did stand out when you read it to me mm-hmm. earlier, and that was, she said, I don't feel I should have to take on this debt. Mm-hmm. The wedding, the marriage is more important to me than the wedding, but I don't think I should have to take it on. Let me help you to understand that if you all are going to be getting married, looking at finances and how the two of you handle finances and your whole financial picture is of supreme importance. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that you at least know what his financial deal is. Yeah. But I can assure you that unless, y'all hit the lottery or you all have some resources, which I don't think, because you wouldn't even be writing this question if you did, that I'm not aware of, you are going to, in some way, have to deal with that $100,000 debt. I said 100,000. She said six figures. Yeah. Right, so I'm hoping it ain't more than that. But, you have to kind of make a paradigm shift. It's not going to go away before y'all get married, if you're getting married anytime soon. So I understand, your distaste for this staggering debt. And, I have to deal with this. But you need to really get in your mind that if you guys are coming together, then you need to come together on all things. And you need to figure out a plan to address all of what you all bring to the table, including that debt. You want to have a nice wedding. Honey, I know. Look, I'm a woman. We understand these things, and men sometimes just don't get it.
I wonder what he feels about that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys are really not that, they're not tripping, and then some guys are. They want something.
Especially considering a 6-figure debt. He might be like, the courthouse is sufficient.
He might. Well, he might be the type of person. That's why he ran it all up in the first place. He feel like he got to have all of the fancy, nice, he wants stuff to look good. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. There are plenty of websites, plenty of resources out there that help brides and grooms plan cheap weddings or inexpensive weddings. You have cheapweddingsolutions.com. You have cheapchicweddings.com. I just threw those out there for you to check out. And there's lots more. You can do things on a budget. You can have a wedding, a beautiful wedding in somebody's backyard for free. You can get some little candle lights. You have the minister come, and get some decorations. It's about what's happening in the ceremony. It's about the content of what's happening more so than it is about the context and all of the lights and glimmer. And then I've often had people tell us that they've later on, a year later, 2 years later, 5 years later down the road, had that big wedding that they wanted to have. Mm-hmm. But they didn't allow not being able to afford the glam to stop them when they knew that it was time for them to make that commitment and they wanted to. Mm-hmm. So there are lots of things you can do. Don't let that hold you back. Don't let it stop you. But before you go down the aisle, just make sure that you absolutely 100% address, what baby? What they got to address?
That debt. Make sure you got a plan in place. The marriage or the ceremony, it really, reinforces the connection. And it's a moment in time that's significant. But again, it's not the only moment that you always have to deal with for the rest of your lives. So you want to make sure that you're addressing that debt.
All right, head on. And the only way to do that is to stop playing, start pushing.